I never thought that my life was going to change because of a street dog. Me, a wealthy and successful man who had all the money the world could provide, never thought that a frail, abandoned creature would be the one to teach me the meaning of life. It began on a rainy evening in the center of the city. The rain beat down hard, the city awash in moist glimmers of neon lights. I was traveling in the back of my limousine, scrolling through my phone, when I saw something odd. A shaky, emaciated figure huddled alongside the sidewalk. A rain-soaked dog, his ribs sticking out as skeletal twigs, his eyes empty but pleading. I should have turned away. I should have left it alone, just like all the other people had. But I couldn't. Something within me snapped. Perhaps it was the loneliness that I would force deep within myself. Or perhaps it was the fact that the dog didn't even glance at me in horror, but rather at me in subdued, optimistic hope. The rain poured harder, but the dog remained unmoving. People walked over him, umbrellas shielding them from suffering, unaware of his suffering. Something in me stirred, a sorrow that I could not understand. I did not think twice before I emerged from the car, ignoring my driver's shocked cry. My well-shined shoes squelched against the puddles, but I did not mind. I went up to the dog, my heart pounding. He winced at first, his body tensed, as if anticipating another brutal blow from life. But he did not run. Instead, he looked at me, actually looked at me, as if searching for something, hope, maybe. Something to inform him that not all humans were cruel. I dropped to my knees and reached out my hand. "Come on, friend," I breathed, my voice gentler than I ever knew I could make it. "You don't have to be alone anymore." He stood there for a long time, not moving. And then, slowly, agonizingly, he stepped closer. It was the moment my world changed. I took him home, much to the dismay of my domestic staff. He was filthy, emaciated, and cowering. He ate sparingly on the first night. He slept sparingly. He jumped whenever I moved, as if anticipating another betrayal. But I waited patiently. I sat next to him, talking softly to him to reassure him, hoping he would learn to trust me. I called him Rusty. Days turned into weeks, and slowly, Rusty began to trust me. He followed me everywhere, his once fearful eyes now filled with warmth. He learned that my touch wouldn't hurt him, that my voice wouldn't scold him. And in return, he gave me something I never knew I was missing: unconditional love. Rusty became more than just a pet. He became my shadow, my confidant, my only true friend in a world where loyalty was often bought and sold. He didn't care about my wealth, my reputation, my success. He loved me for who I was, not for what I had. And for the first time in my life, I understood what it meant to be truly seen. One night, as we sat on the balcony, the city lights twinkling below us, I found myself asking a question I had never dared to consider before. What was the point of everything I had if I had no one to share it with? How many other Rusties were out there, abandoned, waiting for someone to care? That night changed everything. I started funding shelters for stray animals, investing in rescue operations. I poured my wealth into something that finally felt meaningful. With every dog we saved, every life we touched, I felt a piece of my own soul healing. Rusty had given me a purpose beyond boardrooms and bank accounts. He had given me something no amount of money could buy: redemption. Years passed, and Rusty grew older. His steps slowed, his muzzle turned gray, but his love never faded. He was with me through my transformation, through my awakening. And then, one quiet evening, as he rested his head on my lap, he let out a soft sigh and closed his eyes for the last time. The grief was unbearable. Losing Rusty felt like losing a part of myself. The house felt empty without the sound of his paws against the marble floors, without his warm presence curled beside me at night. But as I sat there, cradling him, I realized he wasn't truly gone. His love lived on in the shelter dogs we had saved, in every wagging tail, in every hopeful bark. Rusty wasn't just a dog. He was my greatest teacher, my truest friend. He taught me that love isn't measured in riches or power. It's in kindness, in presence, in the willingness to stand beside someone when they have nothing left. Even now, as I walk through the shelter, watching the happy, healed souls we've rescued, I feel him. His presence lingers in the air, in the warmth of the dogs who find new homes, in the hope that blooms where once there was only despair. And I know, without a doubt, that Rusty changed me for the better, forever. So if you ever see a stray dog alone and forgotten, don't just walk past. Stop, look into their eyes, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find what I did. Something real, something pure, something that money could never buy. A love that will change your life.